Hello and welcome to This Is Us. I'm Becca King-Reed. This week we're coming to you from Freedom, California and the home of KPIG Studios. KPIG has live DJs on the air playing a unique blend of music that has made them one of the top stations in the region. And they do it all from a tiny space inside this former motel. As they like to say, it's pure pork goodness.
This is us.
This is us. This is us.
Welcome back. We're inside the swine-filled studios of KPIG, and joining me is the music director here and the DJ on the air right now, Ralph Anybody. Thank you, Ralph, for inviting us in.
I'm happy to be here. The door is not locked, so everybody comes in.
Anyone can just
We have the
wander
window
in.
is usually open because we call it the walk-up window, and people come up and make requests.
Do
Hey.
they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. It used to like the old days when they would have a glass radio station downtown and people
Yeah.
could see the DJs.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got the secret
We got the window. We're kind of hidden in plain sight, though. People always have trouble finding the building to begin with.
I did.
So there you go. I did too the very first time. So
Well, even though you
Anyway.
can't recognize the building, you can recognize the music. And it is
Yes.
instantly recognizable, but it's very hard to convey what you're hearing to anyone else. How do you describe the music?
I describe it as a little bit of everything and a whole lot of comedy mixed in with it. You know, it's blues, it's rock, classic rock, old rock, new rock, bluegrass. We just kind of paint our little musical pictures, and people really do appreciate them, and they
And how
tune
are
in
you
everywhere.
doing that? Are you choosing, do you have this in your head? You have a list? How do you pick, and how do you know you're not playing something the other guy just played?
Well, a lot of the music is in our computer database here, and we have vinyl. We play records still. That's, you know,
gosh.
most commercial radio stations, records, you know, but most of it is in a computer database, and if you click on it and you really trust the computer to be honest and truthful, which sometimes it's wrong, but it will tell you the last time a song was played, so that if you're paying attention, you can go, oh, I won't play that because someone just played that.
So when you come in to start your show, someone hasn't handed you a list.
No.
You are picking the music as you
No,
go.
every live person here is picking the music as you go, stream of consciousness.
So in
seat of the
addition to
pants,
being
and-
great technicians, technically, they're also really good at
Yes,
music.
everyone
They're
here is
really
very
knowledgeable.
artistic, and everyone really is really knowledgeable about music of every genre. I mean, some people are more knowledgeable about the blues side of it, and others about the Americana side, you know, and I like it all. So, and it's tricky. And in the mornings, when you're on in the morning, the tricky thing is also you have to play music that isn't too scream and rock and roll, you know, because we have that and I can rock with the best of them, but sometimes in the morning you play something that's a little too up, you know, and people are, oh man, I'm still trying to wake up. They call you, and then if you play stuff that's too mellow, then I'm trying to wake up, and you're putting me back to sleep.
Hard
It's
to
like,
please everyone.
so you can't please everyone, but you gotta find the nice mix of, you know, not too, you know, at 6 in the
But not
morning,
too sleepy.
and not too like, you know, put you, please just kill me now, no, kind of a thing.
Well, thank you so much for letting
Sure.
us take a peek. I know you have work to do, and we'll let you get back to that.
Such as it is, work, yes.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Welcome back to KPIG Radio Studios. I'm here with Hall of Fame DJ Lori Roberts.
Hi, Becca.
Hi, thanks for letting us come in and bother you while you're on the radio.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Welcome to the sty. Isn't it wonderful?
It is unique.
People come from all over the country and all over the world, indeed, just to see this.
Really?
Yeah, if they're coming to the Monterey Peninsula or even San Francisco, they'll make the drive down here
To visit you personally.
just to go, and it looks just like what I thought it would. You know, just because they picture it in their mind. Indeed, the first time I walked in here after I've been a listener for 20 years, and I was like, this is wonderful. This looks just like what I thought it was going to look like.
Now that's, I think, the interesting thing about the listeners of KPIG is that they're really connected.
This is such a tight community, and people feel that this station is truly their own, and which I love about that. This is not, I mean, you can't push a button and get another KPIG. And people are passionate, and there's also, I mean, there's nobody that does what we do, really, in this area, certainly. And we have, like I'm sure you've mentioned, thousands of streamers worldwide that listen for us, and because it's just a very unique place.
Now, you were the first radio station to stream live. That's really
That's right,
a progressive
95.
move.
Yeah, extremely. And to this day, our stream is a really popular item, and it's commercial free. It's a really cool thing.
That is a really successful thing. And speaking of success, KPIG is one of either the number 1, 2, or 3 radio station at all times, which is very powerful in this
Absolutely.
market.
Yeah.
What do you think is the secret of that success?
I think it's the uniqueness. Not only just the uniqueness of the music, because we play everybody. Miller to Bonnie Raitt to Professor Longhair. I mean, we cover the whole gamut of everything musical, truly. But then the sense of community. People call up and go, "Hey, Lori, there's an accident on Highway 1." And we'll get the word out about that because, oh my gosh, there's a dog running on the freeway, and we'll put the word out about that. So they just know they can call here, get a person on the air, and more than likely get the music that they want to play.
Well, I will let you get back to playing that music. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us today.
Thank you, Becca. I sure do appreciate you coming down to the Pig.
Welcome back to KPIG Radio. Joining us now is the head swine, Frank Capristo, and it says that on his card. I'm not being mean. Did you choose your own title?
Actually, I think Adam Nathanson, our old manager, titled me that.
I'm sure
gave me that name.
Gets attention.
Well, everybody gets tickled when they read it, for sure.
Now, speaking of things that will tickle your fancy, the KPIG name. How did you come up with KPIG? Why the porcine theme?
Well, Laura Hopper, who was the program director here and at KFAT, wanted to come up with something similar, and the KFAT call letters were already taken, so we requested the unused call letters from the FCC and then pick one out.
So KPIG was in the list?
KPIG was on the list, and we thought it was something that was similar to KFAT, and it was something people would always remember.
Oh yes, it's unforgettable. Like the music here. And let's talk a little bit about that music. Now, we've talked to a couple of the DJs about how you put it together and the sort of the combination and how that's worked out. But I know that you find a lot of music. A lot of this music is not played everywhere and not on regular charts. So tell me how you discovered this music.
Well, we get, 50 to 100 CDs a week, and we categorize them before we listen. And, the existing artists and people we know, of course, we listen to first. But, we try to listen to everything. And we always try to find diamonds in the rough. We try to find new artists and try to break new artists like Paul Thorne and Todd Snyder and people like that we were the first people to play.
And one of the artists that you helped get started was Bonnie Raitt.
We helped get started Bonnie Raitt back in the 70s when she was at KFAT. We had her, I think we were playing her blues music then, and she was at the Catalyst, and there was like 100 people, and it was a great show, but nobody came. And then a couple of years later, of course, she was selling out venues everywhere. Yeah.
So that must be a really wonderful validation to know that you chose the right one, and it was, and now you've opened the door.
Oh yeah, she's great, and she always remembers that we played her music, and that's really nice.
Well, thank you so much for inviting us in to hear the music. We've really enjoyed our morning here.
Well, thank you. You're always welcome.
Well, it's time to say goodbye, but we can't leave without saying hello to Eileen, the traffic and weather queen. Thank you so much for
Nice to meet you.
Your signature hello. Now, we want to thank you, of course, for getting us over the hill every day. That is the special thing. The effort that you put in every morning into that is really wonderful.
My pleasure.
But the most fun thing you do is the World's Shortest Parade. Tell us about that.
4th of July weekend, we just get out there and march. We meet everyone behind the Wells Fargo Bank, hand out our rubber pig noses, and carry your boombox, and playing Happy Boy in the background on your boombox with your pig nose. And you're good to go.
Okay. Well, maybe one day you can enjoy that parade as well. For all of us at This Is Us, and for Eileen and everyone at KPIG, this is Becca King Reed saying so long.
This is us. This is us. This is us.